You must choose Doran's way and peace, or my way and war.
I made my choice long ago.
The Sand Snakes feel Ilaria's pain and rage in the uncomplicated way that Doran doesn't. The Sand Snakes aren't responsible for the nation, they're not responsible for Dorne, and they have no compunctions about fighting back against the people who murdered their father. It's a much more personal motivation.
Of the Sand Snakes, only Tyene, the youngest one, is Ilaria's daughter, and the other two are from different mothers, Nym and Obera. And they're three very different young women, and Tyene is very, very close to her mother, Ilaria. Obara and Nym are not so close to her. I mean, they don't have any real connection to her, except that they all loved Oberyn, and they all want to avenge Oberyn. And so at the moment, their interests are aligned.
Oberyn tossed his spear at my feet and said, "Girl or boy, we fight our battles. But the gods let us choose our weapons."
They were all taught by Oberyn, schooled both in the ways of war and fighting and just their entire worldview. And I think she knows that they are the kinds of allies that she would want going forward in the fight to repay the Lannisters for what they did to Oberyn much more than Doran is ever going to be.
Sansa's been away from home for so long, and when she was living at Winterfell as a child, all she could think about was when to get out of there. Like, she wanted to go to King's Landing so badly, and she was engaged to the prince, and it all seemed like it was part of a fairy tale. And then she actually left, and it turned out to be more of a horror story. And now finally she's come home, and I think she appreciates home much more than she ever did before. And she appreciates her family much more now that she's been separated from all of them. And paying homage to your family and honoring the dead is one of their traditions, and I think she feels more like a Stark than she ever has before.
And if you're right?
Stannis takes Winterfell. He rescues you from the most despised family in the north. Grateful for your late father's courageous support of his claim, he names you Wardeness of the North.
Wardeness of the North.
From his perspective, Robin Arryn is Lord of the Vale and loves him and basically does what he says, so he has control over the Vale, and Sansa owes him a great deal, and if she were Wardeness of the North, you would have a great deal of control over the North.
Are you ashamed of me, Father?
We're so used to seeing Stannis in a single-minded pursuit of the Iron Throne, and he's done such a good job by intention of sweeping any complicating factor out of the way. And obviously having your love for your daughter is a complicating factor. It tempers you as a person. And I think Stannis doesn't feel like he can afford to be tempered as a person in that way. And yet he does clearly feel a real love for this little girl, which he expresses in that scene beautifully.
It was important for us to see some different colors of Stannis. We've kind of seen him before, standing above the map table, you know, trying to determine his next move. But there's more to him than that, and this scene was a crucial one for us because we really wanted to see more of what makes Stannis tick and what makes Shireen tick, and we wanted to give him a scene where it wasn't just about him trying to conquer the Seven Kingdoms, but it's really just a father and a daughter talking.
Everyone advised me to send you to the ruins of Valyria to live out your short life with the Stone Men before the sickness spread through the castle. I told them all to go to hell. You are the Princess Shireen of House Baratheon, and you are my daughter.
I think it says a lot about Stannis that even though you don't really think of him as a family man, and he's certainly not the most affectionate of fathers, he does have a great deal of pride in his daughter, and he didn't quit on her when a lot of other fathers would have.